You know, getting very tired of you.
Well, the viewing's mutual.
Oh yeah? What's going you do?
I'm Kurt, I'm hungry.
All right, so on the last session, I was working on this clip as an example, as a test case. One of the things that I ended up doing with this clip was adding in a background. The background that we're looking at here originated as a copywritten image that I just found online and dropped into the background. And I have some animated neon billboards that I added in there to give it some movement. And I really like the way that this copywritten image looked, and so I took it into Runway and asked Runway to animate it in the background. So we end up having cars moving, people walking down the street to give it, some sense of aliveness. But I didn't want to use the copywritten material. I wanted to see what would happen if I had Runway generate the background for me. And the first step that you do is just create a still image. And then once you have a still, you can put it back into Runway and say, can you animate this? So I think the prompt was something like Midwestern city, Main Street, nighttime, cars parked on street, people walking or whatever. And it started giving me these, which are kind of cool looking. This one, I don't know why it turned it into an ad. The problem I had with all four or all three of these anyway was that the characters would be standing in the middle of the street. So I think the next set, I wanted it to be darker. I didn't want it to be twilight. So I said dark sky. I don't know why it gave me that one. And I asked it to have this camera on the sidewalk, which it didn't seem to understand. So I kept reiterating that cameras should not be there, in the middle of the street. It should be looking sideways or whatever. This was the first one that it gave me where I was like, okay, I could use this because they theoretically could be standing on the sidewalk on this side of of the street. Meaning this being a T intersection. This one as well. It still didn't give me a dark enough sky. I could have fixed that in Photoshop, I suppose. I ended up liking this one the best. Thinking like, okay, this looks cool. They could be standing right here. I took this photo and I put it into After Effects and tested it before I spent credits on animating it. So once I got it, the one I liked, I said, animate this. So here's the first one that I animated. I said, people walking on sidewalk, cars drive by. Neon signs, I didn't think I addressed those, but here it is. And then there's all these weird zombie people walking down the street. Totally unusable. So I refined it and I said, people on far side of the street, cars drive by, etc. So this is good. People over there. It's a car coming down. And then for some reason, there's all these people show up in the street. One pushing bicycles. That one's pushing a unicycle, it looks like. So I refined it and said, no people on the street, no bicycles, car drives by left to right, people are walking. So let's see what this one gave me. And this one was okay, especially for a background. The problem I had with it when I put it into After Effects behind my people is like, this car is driving too slow. If we were standing here on a real set and I was directing, I'd say, tell the driver of that car to drive at a normal speed. We don't want that. And I did ask for just one car. So here I asked for one car driving at, I said fast actually. This one's driving more normal. Of course, there's two. Now there's three. And there's some people walking around. Maybe not as much as I would wanted. That's where I left it. We can look at the shot.
Getting very tired of you.
Well, the viewing's mutual.
Oh yeah? What's going you do?
I'm Kurt, I'm hungry.
So that's what it ends up looking like. I do like that there's some movement in the far background, which is kind of cool. These cars are not quite right. I I would like to maybe speed this up, which would mean I'd have to generate it longer. I think for the look and style that I'm going for, that this might actually work. I might have to do more generations to get this dialed in. Some of it might just be I'm not prompting it correctly or being specific enough. I don't know. This is all an experiment for me as well. It's just like, how specific do I need to be? So, anyway, this is how far I've gotten with this particular shot. Again, it's just a test scene. And there you go.